If you are a fan of pork, the case of Chinese Zhu Zongfa may make you even more demanding when it comes to preparing this food correctly. That's because more than 700 tapeworm eggs, also known as tapeworm, were found in the man's brain after he ingested a broth with undercooked meat. A Chinese man diagnosed with neurocysticercosis had more than 700 tapeworms in his brain and lungs. The information is from Newsweek magazine. According to the publication, Zhu Zongfa ate the parasite's eggs while eating undercooked meat. A week later, the 46-year-old patient ended up at Zhejiang University Hospital in eastern China, showing severe seizures which resembled epilepsy. He had been hospitalized before, with dizziness and a severe headache, but had refused treatment because he did not want to spend money. With the symptoms persisting, the Chinese man was hospitalized again and doctors were able to perform MRI scans. When analyzing the images of Zhu's brain, the professionals noticed hundreds of calcifications and lesions in the organ. But it was only after a conversation with the patient that the professionals began to suspect what was going on. In the chat, he assumed that a month earlier he had consumed lamen with pork and lamb of dubious origin. In cities with a significant Oriental population, this is a dish that has gained strength and prominence, especially on days with lower temperatures. Lamen is an original Chinese recipe that became popular in the East and quickly reached Japan, a country that is today known as the Land of Lamen, for being a cheap and easy to produce food. Basically, pasta with broth and some garnishes. You can find it in large restaurants as well as in train stations and street stalls in all Japanese cities. But you have to be careful when consuming the product, especially when it comes to pork. In view of the dubious origin of the product consumed by Zhu, Dr. Huang Jianrong recommend antibody tests, and not surprisingly, a Taenia solium test was positive. Taenia solium is a species of worm that grows in pigs and, when consumed, uses the human body as a host. In addition to the growth of the worms themselves, the disease can present as cysticercosis, a larval infection resulting from ingestion of the animal's eggs. The cysticerci, when doctors at Zhejiang University Hospital told Zhu about the diagnosis, he agreed it was a possibility and recalled when he ate the dish. "I simply stirred the meat a little. The bottom of the pot with the spicy broth was red, so I couldn't see if the meat was well cooked," the patient said, according to a statement. This is not the first time a serious infestation like Zhu's has occurred. Earlier this year, the New England Journal of Medicine published the case of an 18-year-old Indian boy who was also infected with Taenia eggs. Shortly thereafter, a medical team removed a tumor from a 42-year-old American woman and discovered that the mass was actually a large egg of the animal. According to the World Health Organization, WHO, Taeniasis can still be caused by two other species of tapeworm, Taenia saginata and Taenia asiatica, present in beef and pork, respectively. For the prevention of the disease, it is necessary to take care of personal hygiene, but basic sanitation is also essential to prevent the spread of the disease. In addition, it is essential to consume properly cleaned, prepared, and cooked meats, experts explain. Food Safety Australia recommends cooking pork at a temperature of approximately 77 degrees Celsius for a minimum of 3 minutes. If necessary, the use of a food thermometer is recommended. It is worth remembering that infection can also occur in other parts of the body. This is because once ingested, the worm eggs appear because of the intestinal digestive fluid and allow the larva to pass through the walls of the intestine, enter the bloodstream, and reach different parts of the body. As the human brain is highly vascularized, for example, rich in blood vessels, animals tend to settle there. However, other regions are also at risk. The Zhu itself has infested the lungs. Different patients respond differently to infection depending on where the parasites are, said Huang Jianrong, one of Zhu's doctors, according to the New Zealand Herald. He points out that symptoms can vary and therefore it is essential to consult a healthcare professional at the slightest sign of the disease. Fortunately, Zhu's case has been detected and is being treated. We kill the larvae with anti-parasitic drugs and prescribe medication to protect his organs and reduce the side effects caused by the treatment, Jianrong told the Asia Wire newspaper. The first phase of treatment was completed after 1 week. Staff very careful when consuming pork. Make sure of its origin and especially that it has been prepared correctly. Did you like today's video? Please like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell. Thanks for being with us. See you soon.